morning, Hoover Elementary. Dr. G here on Hawk TV, wishing you all a very happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. We're going to have a fun day. Woo, 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 woo. At this time, please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, please remain standing for a brief moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. Dun, dun, dun. All right, everybody. Today is Tuesday. It's October 3rd. It's day two. And sometimes it's like we don't have that much stuff to talk about, but we've got so much stuff to talk about. So we're just going to begin. First of all, hot off the presses, please join me in congratulating our staff members for the month. We've got Mrs. Wirt, who does a great job, school nurse. We've got Mrs. Ring, coordinator of student affairs. Ms. Pollock, our school counselor. Ms. Headley, secretary. Mrs. Kraus, secretary. Mrs. Eckelmeyer, MTSS coach. Mrs. Borsos, instructional assistant. Mrs. DiDonato, dining aide. Mrs. McGarry, teacher. Mrs. Hunton, teacher. Mrs. Rafferty, teacher. And Dr. Phelan, teacher. She just got her doctorate. Good job, Dr. Phelan. All of those folks were nominated for this honor by a student or a parent or a staff member or an administrator. So if you know someone who's doing a good job, first of all, you might say to them, hey, thank you. You taught me to read. You taught me to do math. Thank you. You're doing a good job. Or you could also just email me, and then maybe they could end up being the staff member of the month for the next month. But email me before the month's over. All right? All right, so we did that. And now, dun, 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 we've got our iReady Champions of the Week. So for math in kindergarten, Mrs. Carroll's class. Way to go, Miss Carroll's class. And kindergarten, they were focused on some other things, so they didn't do the reading last week, but that's okay. So that's like NA, okay? But then for first grade, for math, Mrs. Martin's class. Congratulations. And for reading, Mrs. Zickler's class. And for second grade, math, Miss P's class. For reading, Mrs. Krantz's class. For third grade, look at this. We've got all kinds of ties, and we've got double winners. So for math, it's Miss Kane's class, Mrs. Lawrence's class, and Mr. McGee's class. For reading, Kane, double winner, Lawrence, double winner, and Miss Chiesa. Good job. And for fourth grade, double winner, Mr. O'Boyle's class for math and for reading. Keep up the good work. We're going to pass out the awards and the trophies either today or tomorrow. All right? What else is going on? Oh, this is really cool. I was in Miss Aquino's class, and the students were making these cool handprints of how people can help each other. Sometimes people take out the trash. Sometimes people try and make other people feel good. And, sometimes people even help each other in a crisis or an emergency. That's like why we practice fire drills and lockdown drills and severe weather drills. You guys did a great job with the fire drill yesterday. And if you're in the D hall, you guys did a great job. We kind of put in some cones there, but you guys knew what to do. You got out of the building. And don't forget, let's remember when we leave our classrooms or we leave the building, we always want to shut the door, okay? It just helps the fire department out, helps control the fire and all that good stuff. All right. What else is going on? Oh, my goodness. We've got more Savannah Banana merch. Dun, dun, dun. You could earn this for your teacher if you're making great behavior choices, if you're implementing some of our second step problem-solving strategies or some responsive classroom strategies, or if you're being respectful, responsible, and safe, or if you're doing something to show school spirit, like it's Phillies week. There's a big game tonight. You might be wearing red. You might have a baseball cap. You might just be thinking good thoughts for the Phillies, all right? And then, like I said, we'll have the raffle at the end of the week. And if you haven't seen the Savannah Bananas, you might want to Google them. They're on YouTube. They're kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters, but for baseball. They're amazing. They're really funny. Good time had by all. All right, and what's this? all these things are coming at us now. It's like we're getting into the groove of things. So it looks like October 27th, we are going to have the annual Hoover Elementary Halloween Parade at 2:30 p.m. That's a Friday. It's on the blacktop. Parking is going to be extremely limited. If the weather's nice, parents will be able to park on the grass. Remember, we don't want to scare folks. We don't want to scare Mrs. Ring. We don't want to scare some of our teachers. We certainly don't want to scare some of our kindergartners. So costumes depicting any violence or horror as seen in the movies, on the news, or in the comics are not permitted. Weapons of any kind, including metal, plastic, wood, and cardboard, are not permitted. Costumes should reflect age-appropriate characters. All right? And we know that we have some friends who don't celebrate Halloween. So if you don't celebrate Halloween, there's a couple of different options. We'll have some alternate activities for you. And we also have some folks who might get picked up early that day. So there's information that I emailed to everybody yesterday. We'll try and make sure that you get that again today. But then later that day, same day, because we never do anything halfway at Hoover, at 6 o'clock, we've got the PTO is going to be doing a trunk or treat program. And you probably have a million questions about that. But as soon as we can find an event coordinator who can coordinate that event, we'll share all that information out with everybody. Okay? All right. And, I knew there was something else. So tomorrow is Wednesday, and it's going to be at 7 o'clock. There's something called Navigating Internet Safety, Guardians of the Digital Realm. I wonder if it's sort of like Guardians of the Galaxy or something like that. It sounds really cool. If you're a parent and you want to learn more about how to protect kids online, you can register for this free event, and it's going to be on Zoom. So you don't even have to go to the high school or Maple Point or our school. You can watch the whole thing on Zoom. Ms. Burkholder had sent an email to everybody about that. You might want to take a look at her email for registration information. All right, let's have a great day. And let's remember that if we all work together, we can have the best school year ever. Go Phils! Woo!